So we just touched down in Bahrain. It's round 8 of WEC, and this is it. This is the last round of this adventure. But I've had an amazing time, so just really looking forward to this weekend and taking everything in and, like I said, making the most of it and realising how amazing this opportunity has been to race all around the world in a World Championship. We're back in the Middle East under the bright lights here, very much like Doha for the first round in Qatar. And it's been a hell of an adventure. We've been all over the world, we've had our ups and downs, mainly ups in the middle of the season. Perhaps Fuji, which looked so close to us having a podium, ended up way worse as a result than we ever expected on that day. But still, all the same, I've had such an amazing time. And yeah, just looking forward to trying to sort of deliver a solid result, get a podium, which I feel like we deserve. We've had so many near misses so far this year, and we've been really strong throughout. And just want to make sure that at this last opportunity that I soak it up, because I have no idea what might happen next year. Could be here again for WEC, although nothing's agreed at the moment, talking to a few people. So I think we have to sort of err on the side of caution and assume that this was a one-hit wonder.
These freaks, I can take it on like a liquor. Fit me beats, I ain't never going back to blowing. This ain't CBD. Shake it, can he make it? I don't know. TVD. Scrape it, dip it, take it, flip it, pop. CB3. Taking hella rings up in your face. Can you see? Never like a player, do you please? Can I be? Never try to play with them thug. Go pop the property.
So I've had a bit of a difficult 36 hours after our track walk on Wednesday. I suddenly felt quite ill and was sick, so I had to go back to hotel and was up most of the night not feeling very well. So yesterday for FP1 and FP2 was a bit of a struggle. Felt okay once I was in the car, but then once I finished FP2, half an hour later, suddenly I got fever and was feeling very cold and shivering, which considering the temperature here was a bit weird. So had to go and have another early night, but today it's an FP3 qualifying and hopefully hyperpole. Feeling a bit better, feeling rested. I'm not feeling as ill as I did yesterday, just a bit, well, just not quite with it, but I'm sure I'll be fine once I get in the car.
So the qualifying session starting to get underway here for LMGT3, round 8 of the FIA World Endurance Championship.
LMGT3 qualifying session. Please remind drivers that the track is clean, track is dry, and the need to respect track limits.
James Cottingham, it's a 202.2.
Here comes Josh Cahill. This could be the fastest lap that we've seen so far, and
yes,
it is
done it.
by
only just
2 thousandths over his teammate.
It's 2 thousandths of a second, the gap first to second. 2 thousandths of a second between the two McLarens. But that is a first pole position for United Autosport, a second pole position for McLaren this season.
Has anybody else locked out the front row in qualifying?
I'll go check that one, but not
bear with, caller, bear with.
But that's a big result today for United Autosport and McLaren.
What a turnaround they have effected this season, from a car that couldn't find pace with a torch and a map in Qatar to locking out the front row at the end of their first year. That's an astonishing indictment of how hard they've worked with that.
So a great effort by the McLaren team here and United Autosport.
And that's only going to encourage them to write the next chapter.
It's been great to share this with all my friends and family, have people along for the ride as well, and I've got a few more guests and friends coming to this round. But I've had an amazing time, so really looking forward to this weekend and taking everything in, and like I said, making the most of it and realising how amazing this opportunity has been this year during 2024. And yeah, I've loved every minute of it.
Radio check. Still nothing.
Yeah, last one. So, yeah, a bit emotional. Got a bit of a radio issue. Also, yeah, still not feeling 100%, but I'm sure once I get going, I'll be all right. This race is really about managing the tyres, especially for the first 2 hours. So a lot of pressure on me to not go too fast, but obviously maintain position as well. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough first couple of stints, to be honest. And it's warmer today, so there we are.
Five red lights are on, and we go green for the 8 hours of Bahrain. It's 6 wide in almost a BMW in the wall. But they have all survived. LMGT3, McLaren 1-2, but somebody's got across the goal. Josh Cagle leads in LMGT3 from James Cottingham.
Compromises line round 1 and 2, and now we've got the chance for Cottingham on the inside. Come on, late on the brakes. You can do it this time around. Surely, yes, it's done. The move has happened. Finally, it's been there for a long time.
Okay, so 1 hour 45, 1 hour 50 into the race, nearly 2 hours maybe. So at the start of the race, we were under strict instructions to manage our tyres because in the heat of the day here, the deck is so bad. And just whatever I did, it felt good. I was able to stay off the curbs, progressive to the power. Maybe that's quite a historic motorsports experience. But my tyres felt good, and I could see Josh struggling, especially at T1. He went deep maybe 3-4 laps, almost on the trot. So by lap 5, I had no radio comms. I had a safe move, so I went for it, and I pulled out a gap immediately. So I think it was the right thing to do, because the Corvette and the Ferrari were right behind us, so I didn't want to lose out to both of them.
This time last year, he was at a very wet Donington Park, racing around with some GT4s in a national championship, and now we're on a world-class stage, racing with Formula 1 drivers, hypercars, on a world platform. So it's a huge step that James has made. It's great to see.
I think there's a lot more positives than negatives. We had an amazing season. We learned so much with the car that we only started developing in December. It's been a dream come true to be able to race in WEC with the best drivers in the world, working for one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah, I want to thank all the person on the team, and obviously my two teammates Nicolas and James for this season.
Very good opponent, competitors in the same garage. James, he's definitely a mood maker in the team. Nicolas, typical Latin, he's always happy. Gregoire, he's Swiss, you can tell, but yeah, when he has a couple of pints of beer, he's quite funny, so I really enjoyed every moment with them.
It's been a really interesting season with many ups and downs. Most important thing, strangely, is how the progress of everybody. The team has built from virtually nothing to really quite competitive. We've led races outright and it's been really impressive.
So round 8 of the World Endurance Championship 2024 is over. We had a great race, strong pace at the start. I made a move for the lead at about 20 minutes, led for the first stint. After the first pit stop, I think we were running about P4 or 5, but later on in the race, we were running a solid P2 or P3. But towards the end of the race, some safety cars worked against us again, and we finished P6 in the end. And, the field was pretty bunched up together, and that was just the way it worked out. So it looks like we were on for a podium, but unfortunately that is something that's eluded us this season. So that's it, it's the end of the season. I've had an amazing time. It's been a wonderful experience going around the world, racing on all these different continents, 72 hours of racing, 5 continents, 8 rounds, 18 LM GT3 cars on the grid, plus all the hypercars. It's been fantastic. Racing with United, racing with McLaren. I'm so lucky to have been able to do this. I'm so lucky that the people around me, my family and at the office have allowed me to do this and given me so much support. And I'm just really, really grateful that I managed to do this. Would I do it again next year? I'd love to. I'd love to try to. Don't know if I will be able to, but fingers crossed, because it feels like unfinished business.